welcome to my channel. I'm Tashara. If you're new here, this channel is all about fragrances. So, today's Mother's Day. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. And today's video is dedicated to you. So, I picked out a couple of scents from my collection that I think would be fitting to make your scent of the day. And I think I have something for everyone, whether you're celebrating at home, whether you're doing brunch, dinner, whatever the occasion may be. I think one of these scents would be perfect to celebrate in. And I'll start with my scent of the day per usual. But before I start, I want to say thank you. We made it to 2K subscribers. Well, I think I'm close to 2.5K at this point, but I just want to say thank you because I was aiming to hit 2K by the end of the month. I did it at the start of the week actually, so yeah, thank you to you all. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I'm gonna just keep putting out the content, and I hope that you continue to enjoy it. And before we start, I want to say that if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy the content and you have not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It really helps to make the channel grow, and I will be so grateful to you. So now let's start the video. So I'll start with my scent of the day. This one is new to my collection. This was Love at First Sniff, and I only smelled it from the cap, and it put a smile on my face, and that is Maison Mataha Printemps Blanc. So this was a blind buy, and actually I was iffy about blind buying this. I saw so many glowing reviews, and it wasn't fully convincing because again, sometimes I see glowing reviews, I blind buy, and it's just not for me. And also want people to know that when you're watching content, just because someone says they love a scent doesn't mean that you're going to love it. So if you choose to blind buy, that is at your own discretion. Don't take it out on the person who recommended the scent. They're just talking based on their personal taste and preferences. There really is no such thing as a safe blind buy, but some blind buys just feel safe. But you just have to know what you like in a fragrance before you take that plunge to make a blind buy. Okay, so now let's get into this scent. I found it on 50 ml, which is based in Italy. I've ordered from them before, and this delivery kind of took longer than my first purchase, which I got in about 3 to 5 days. This one took about a week to ship, but once it shipped, I got it within 3 days. So, boy, before I get into the scent, I want to say thank you to Ursula. We're friends on TikTok, and she told me that she purchased from 50 ml. She said it's a safe blind buy. And I said, okay, I was scared to blind buy, but I'm going to take your word and make that purchase. And I'm so glad I took her word. She was 100% correct. This, for me, was a safe blind buy. I opened this, I sniffed the cap, and it put a smile on my face. It was just like, yes, another win. I love when I blind buy something and I fall in love with it. And then I tested it on my skin. And this reminds me of multiple scents. Like the good parts of each of these scents were just combined, and this concoction was created, and it's amazing. I love it. This is my favorite purchase of 2025 so far. And out of all the new releases that I've tried this year, I want to say over 20 new releases so far. This is my favorite. So upon first spray, I was reminded of a fragrance that I actually hate, and that is Guerlain Love Don't Be Shy, but it was like a fresher take. So for me, what I don't like about Love Don't Be Shy is that cloying sweetness. It literally smells like bubblegum. That's all I smell. Bubblegum and cotton candy combined, and it's just way too sweet. I can't stand it. This, at first sniff, reminded me of that, but that cloying sweetness was taken away. There was something in here that added a nice freshness, and that is white tea. There's a tea note in this scent. But as this dried down, I was reminded of something else. So this dried down, and I'm just relaxing, and I start smelling something lingering in the air. And I thought to myself, why am I smelling 100 Silent Ways? Sniffed my wrist, and I said, oh, it's this. It's Printemps Blanc. So this started out smelling like a fresher version of Love Don't Be Shy, but when it dried down, it smells 100% like Nishane 100 Silent Ways to me, to my nose. So I went on Fragrantica to see what was in the Reminds Me Of section, and for sure, 100 Silent Ways was like the #1 scent. I also saw Black Opium. I also saw Valentino Born in Roma Green Stravaganza. And I said, yes, that tea combined with the vanilla, I do smell like bits of that in this fragrance. And also, I saw Killian Princess, and yeah, so it's like Love Don't Be Shy, 100 Silent Ways, Killian Princess, and Born in Roma Green Extravaganza. Parts of all of those fragrances were combined, and this was created. This is beautiful. I love this. And I love the bottle. So I wanted one of these bottles in my collection, but Escapade Gourmand was a like for me. I didn't love it enough to purchase a full bottle. Comparing it to Bianco Latte is far better in my personal opinion. So that's why I couldn't make that purchase. And then the two gourmands were released, Evasion Bonbon and I can't remember the name of the other. They were gourmands, so I wouldn't purchase any of those as a blind buy because I'm not a gourmand girly. But they also had very bad reviews, so I just forgot about those. And then this was released and it's a win. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm going to be wearing this so much. I absolutely love smelling it. I pick this up a lot just to sniff it from the bottle. And when I sniff it from the bottle, I do get 100 Silent Ways the most. So I tested this when I first got it, and I wore it when I went to go get takeout. And I was waiting online, and the guy ahead of me turned around and said, "You smell lovely." So this is a compliment getter. So when comparing it to 100 Silent Ways, this is not as sweet. That tea note, it just mellows everything out. It mellows out the sweetness of those white florals. This has, I believe the white florals are orange blossom, jasmine. I'll put a picture of it so you guys can see the notes. But this also in the opening has a note of grapefruit. So that also adds to the freshness in this scent. This is beautiful. I recommend this one 100%. If you like any of the scents I mentioned, which are Love Don't Be Shy by Killian, Nishane, 100 Silent Ways, Born in Roma, Green Extravaganza, or even Killian Princess, you're gonna love this without a doubt. Like, trust me on that. But if you don't like to blind buy, don't take my word. Get a sample, test it out, and let me know what are your thoughts. And if you already own this, what do you think? Did you blind buy? Did it work out for you? I would love to know your thoughts and opinion on this fragrance. But for me, as I said, 10 out of 10. Absolutely love this one. And this will be in heavy rotation for the spring and the summer. And I think this is perfect for the year round. I think this is perfect for all occasions. I think this will make for a perfect signature scent. This is just beautiful. It's a well-rounded scent. I think you can't go wrong with this one. And again, Maison Mataha, Printemps Blanc. So while we're on the subject, next up will be Nishane 100 Silent Ways. There's a close-up of the bottle. So, as I said, Printemps Blanc does remind me of this fragrance, but this one is denser, it's richer, it's deeper, it's sweeter, most of all. So if you like sweet scents, you have to get your nose on this. And you have to love white florals. This is beautiful. This for me, I actually blind bought the 15 mil and I fell in love with it, so I upgraded to the full bottle immediately. I just knew I needed this one in my collection. This one for sure is a compliment getter. This one is often compared to Black Opium. I'm not a fan of Black Opium. I did purchase it a while back when it was first released. I did love it at first, but the more I wore the scent, the less I liked it. And I just wasn't sure what it was. It could have been the coffee notes. I don't know if it has patchouli, but something in there just didn't work for me. So I don't like that scent. I guess the white florals are like similar in both fragrances, but for me, this was love at first sniff. I think this is beautiful, a perfect scent to celebrate this special day. And again, this one is Nishane, 100 Silent Ways. So the next scent is Valentino Born in Roma Green Extravaganza. This is an easygoing scent. As I said before, I smell parts of this in Printemps Blanc, but this is just beautiful. So this has a green tea note, it has vanilla, and it has white florals. And it's an easy reach. It's a compliment getter. I think this also makes for a perfect signature scent. I think this is not a complicated fragrance. It just has those three notes, but it's blended so well and it's beautiful. I love wearing this. I think it's great for layering as well. And honestly, This is my favorite from the entire Born in Roma line. Again, this one is Born in Roma, Green Stravaganza by Valentino. While we're on the topic of white florals, the next up I want to talk about Parfums de Marly Valaya. So this is my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrance. This is the original. I've had this since it was released. I think this was released 2 years ago. It looks like I don't have much of a dent, but honestly, this fragrance is so strong, you don't need much. This is a powerhouse. This lasts 24 hours, and if you spray it on your clothes, it's going to last until you wash your clothes. And even when you wash your clothes, you still may smell this fragrance. It's hard to escape this scent, but this for me is beautiful. It was love at first sniff. So this opens up with a heavy dose of aldehydes. So you have to be a fan of aldehydes. I think if you're someone who loves Chanel scents and you like white florals, this is something that you'll absolutely love. This also has a beautiful white peach note. This is amazing. It's classy, it's elegant, it's a compliment getter. Every single time I wear this fragrance, I get a compliment. It's beautiful. This is my favorite from the entire Parfums de Marly line. I do also enjoy the exclusive, and I plan to add it to my collection, but honestly, I'm not in a rush because I already own this. Yeah, but definitely recommend wearing this scent today on this lovely Mother's Day. Again, this one is Parfums de Marly Valaya. Next up, we have Casamorati Dama Bianca. This is my favorite from the entire Casamorati line. This is beautiful, it's elegant, it's classy, it's sophisticated. It just smells like wealth to me. It smells fancy. This for me is sort of like a special occasion scent. This opens up with a kumquat note, and then it has this beautiful decadent vanilla. This is amazing. I believe this also has lavender. I'm just guessing from the top of my head as I remember, but I will post a photo of the notes so you guys can see. But this is, for me, this is in my top 10. I never want to not have this in my collection. This is beautiful. Of course, this is a 30 mil, but when I'm done, I will be replacing this with the 100 mil. That's how much I love this scent. This is one that will always be in my collection. You have to enjoy vanillas, aromatic, fresh vanillas. The vanilla is sort of sweet, but the lavender and the kumquat, the lime, whatever it may be, I believe it's lime, adds this beautiful citrus freshness to the scent, and this just wears it so beautifully. Again, this one is Casamorati Dama Bianca. So while we're on the topic of vanillas, the next scent that I want to talk about is Micallef Note Vanille Nectar. So for me, this smells very powdery, so you have to enjoy powdery scents. I've spoken about this before, and someone told me that to me this doesn't smell powdery to them. I don't know. But I get a heavy dose of something powdery in here. It could be violet, but this also has a touch of rum, so it has a slight boozy quality to it. And then it has this rich vanilla. This is beautiful. This is elegant. She's classy and sophisticated. She smells luxurious. So I think this would be great for a nice, classy brunch or elegant, fancy dinner. This would be perfect for that occasion. Again, this one is Note Vanille Nectar by Micallef. Next up, I have another vanilla scent. This one is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. This is beautiful. If you like Burberry Goddess, if you like YSL Lieb, you may enjoy this. These all share like similar DNAs, vanilla with lavender. But this one for me is might be my favorite of the three. It's neck and neck with Goddess, but this might take the cake for me. I don't know what it is about this fragrance, but this has a sexual allure to it. I actually gifted this to my sister for her birthday because she loves Lieb like myself, and she also loves Burberry Goddess. So I thought, okay, this would be a no-brainer. She's going to love this. She hated it. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is not a safe blind buy. For her, what she didn't like about it is that she said it smells spicy. And for me, I was like, huh? But now that I take another sniff, I do get a touch of spiciness. So when she said that, I had to look up the notes because what are you talking about? I was confused. Spicy. So this has coumarin. So I'm guessing that's the spice that she detected in this scent. But for me, this is beautiful. I love this. It's amazing. This was a blind buy. It worked out for me, and this is one that I foresee having in my collection forever. When this is done, I'm replacing it, and I just want this to always be in my collection. I think this is beautiful. It's classy. It smells so good. It has an allure to it, and this would make for a perfect signature scent. I see why this is a bestseller from Guerlain. I see why it's so loved. But of course, everything isn't for everyone. So I always understand when someone says they doesn't like something. We're all unique. It's okay. You don't have to love everything. So again, this one is Mon Guerlain from Guerlain. Next up, we have Maison Francis Kurkdijan Gentle Fluidity Gold. So this, I love. This is another one that I gifted my sister for her birthday. I want to say about 2 years ago, and she loved this. So this one worked out. For me, this one is a beautiful vanilla. I don't really reach for this. I don't know why, but whenever I do wear it, I ask myself, like, why don't you wear this? The last time I did wear this, I ended up wearing it 3 days in a row. Maybe that's why I don't reach for it, because I don't like to be so redundant when wearing my scents. I like to switch it up. But this one I love so much that when I do reach for it, I end up wearing it multiple times. But this one opens up with juniper berries. It has this nice soft fruitiness, and then it blends in with, I think there's a spice note in here. And it has that vanilla, and it's beautiful. This is another one that's very classy and it's elegant. This one exudes to me quiet luxury. I think this is beautiful, perfect for as an SOTD for Mother's Day. This is like an easy reach for Mother's Day. Again, this one is Gentle Fluidity Gold by Maison Francis Kurkdijan. Next up, we have Guerlain Oud Nude. So this one, we're staying on the topic of quiet luxury with this one. This one is, the oud might sound scary, but remember, this is Guerlain. Who does fragrances like Guerlain? Like the way they blend their fragrances, yeah, 10 out of 10. The oud in here is so soft. It doesn't smell dirty. This fragrance just smells so refined, very elegant, so classy. It just screams, I'm rich, I'm bossy. That's just what this exudes. So this has a note of raspberry, almond, and it has that oud. So this, I think if you enjoy fragrances like Delphinus from Creed, you may enjoy this. They're kind of similar, except that this one is fruitier and then it has that oud, while Delphinus has incense and it doesn't have any fruit notes. And that one is more creamy and it has like a soft vanilla. Those are the differences, but they sit in the same scent category for me because when I purchased this, I tested it on skin, and on my way home, I was getting remnants of Delphinus in the air, and that's when it clicked for me that they smell similar. As soon as I got home, I did a side by side test, and I was like, oh, you bought another fragrance that reminds you of something else, or that smells similar to something I already own. But they're different enough, I guess, to warrant having both. This one, again, goes in a more oudy, fruity direction, while that one maintains a, I believe that one also has purple florals with almond and that vanilla with the incense. So they go in different directions, but they're sort of similar, um the tiniest bit. So yeah, again, this one is Oud Nude by Guerlain. Next up, we have Maison Crivelli Tubereuse Astrale. This for me is one of the most beautiful tuberose fragrance I've ever smelled. This leaves an intoxicating scent trail. This one wears 24 hours. Like, this doesn't fade. You're going to smell this the entire day. This is not one that I ever go nose blind to. This fragrance is very loud, but if you own any Maison Crivelli scents, you know that their fragrances last forever. But this one has notes of cinnamon, tuberose, and I want to say vanilla. Is beautiful. This is my favorite Maison Crivelli scent. Yeah, I feel like this one is a bit polarizing. I will say that it's not for everyone, but for me, it's a love and it smells intoxicating. You either love this or you hate it, but I do recommend this one if you own this one. Again, this one is Maison Crivelli Tubereuse Astrale. Next up, we have Fleur Narcotique Extrait. This one smells very similar to the original, except this one hugs the skin and it wears very close, but this one you'll smell like you'll have a nice scent bubble all around your person. This is beautiful. I love smelling this in the air when I wear it. It just like engulfs all around me and it stays with me the entire day. This one also is a compliment getter. If you like scents like Valaya or Ormond Jane Levant, you will definitely love this. Levant is more citrusy, while Valaya is more aldehydic. This one is very floral heavy. It's beautiful. This is perfect as a signature scent. I see a lot of women make this their wedding day scent, and I think yeah, it's definitely a wedding day scent as well. So I think this one would be perfect for her, for mom on Mother's Day as her scent of the day for whatever the occasion may be. This is just a beautiful fragrance and it's a guaranteed compliment getter. Again, this one is Ex Nihilo Fleur Narcotique. Next up is Marc Antoine Barrois Tilia. So this one is very polarizing. This one is so unique. I always say that this one is hard to describe. For me, it is. This to me smells like floral, fresh, but the floral for me in this fragrance is unique. It's not like a floral I've ever smelled before, and that's because these are yellow floral notes in here. This has lindenwood as a note in this fragrance, which is a yellow floral. This is beautiful. This is so sophisticated. This to me doesn't smell unusual, but I guess for some it does. But this for me, I've never smelled anything like it. It smells otherworldly to me, to my nose. Yeah, this is beautiful. Hard to describe, but it smells like so luxurious. This smells like wealth. If you can make sense of that, this smells like the most elegant, sophisticated, classy woman in the room, and she's rich. This is what this exudes to me when I smell it. This for me is sort of like a special occasion scent, but I have worn this to work. I feel like this can be worn anywhere, but it just smells so luxurious to me that sometimes I prefer to wear it to like on dates or special occasions or whatever, but it's beautiful. I definitely recommend this one, but again, it is polarizing. Again, this one is Marc Antoine Barrois Tilia. And last up, this is another scent that is polarizing. This one is Amouage Guidance 46. This one is an extrait de parfum, and this one lasts forever. Just like the original. This doesn't leave you, so if you're not someone who likes those heavy wearing scents that never fades, this one won't be for you. And for me, this one smells all the parts of the original that were stomach turning. They were stripped away from this one. This one smells more woody, less lactonic, and I feel like the rose in here is amplified as well, but it still maintains the original DNA. This one to me smells sexier than the original. The original, I feel like where that one would be like a daytime scent, this one for me is like a nighttime scent. Now, some people don't detect rose in this. For them, this is like very almondy and creamy, and that I do get that, but I also do get a lot of rose in this scent. So one day someone stopped me to ask what I was wearing, and I told them I was actually wearing three scents. I layered three scents, so I really didn't know what they were smelling. And I told them I'm wearing a layering combination of three different scents. And she said, I'm smelling something very creamy. And when she said that, I said, okay, you're smelling guidance from Amouage. But I told her it's actually a rose scent. And she said, I don't smell any rose at all. That's weird. I typically hate rose scents, but all I'm getting is something very creamy and almondy. So, and she's not the first person I've heard say that. Some people don't detect the rose at all, but for me, the rose stands out in this scent. This is a beautiful scent. I absolutely love this one. Again, this one is Amouage Guidance 46. So that wraps up this video. If you enjoyed this and you have not yet liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content and you have not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. It really will help me and help my channel grow. And I want to say thank you if you've made it this far. I want to wish all of the mothers a happy Mother's Day. I hope you enjoy this day, but know that Mother's Day is not just today, it's every day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a beautiful day.